Cowboys first round rookie Tyler Guyton is going to be under the spotlight on Sunday with the Cowboys take on the Cleveland Browns because he'll be going against Myles Garrett. But fear not, because he sounds absolutely ready to go. What is up, everyone, and welcome into A to Z Sports Dallas Primetime. I am your host, Mauricio Rodriguez, streaming with you live every Sunday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and catching up with you Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with quick-hitting videos such as this one. The Cowboys play the Browns on Thursday. We are excited about it. And for a long time, we've been talking about Tyler Guyton going up against Myles Garrett. Is that a scary proposition or what? At least it was back in April when we didn't know much about a Guyton, but we knew people expected him to take some time to develop. And for him to have a week one matchup against one of the most terrifying players in the entire National Football League, hell yeah, that sounded scary. But things have somewhat changed a little bit. Does Tyler Guyton look like a football player in August? Like an actual professional, I can start right now type of player. And maybe there will be some growing pains, but we have already seen him go up against Micah Parsons and handle him. He's lost some reps. I think everyone would lose some reps against Micah, but he has handled him, including in his very first practice. We have seen him take Max Crosby down in the preseason game against the Raiders. We have seen him go up against first-round rookie Jared Verse for the Rams, and he's handled him. In fact, I would say he dominated Jared Verse in practice during training camp because they had two practices together, and Guyton had successful reps against him. Took him to the ground, pancaked him, everything. So Guyton no longer, in my opinion, can be perceived as this high upside player that is just not ready. Can we expect some growing pains? Sure. But he's done enough for us to give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, hey, I seriously doubt he will be unprepared to the level where he will break the game for you, which I thought was a very real possibility after the NFL draft because of everything that we knew about him back then. What changed? Probably a lot of hard work. People have praised his work ethic. He supposedly did not miss a day with Duke Manyweather getting ready for the season. For those of you who don't know who Duke is, private coach, offensive line, one of the most respected men in the business. And there's not a lot of those when you talk about gurus because coaches don't seem to like them very much. So Duke Manyweather, though, has worked with a lot of Cowboys offensive linemen, clearly knows what he's doing because he keeps developing these guys and have them ready for the season. Now, Guyton talked about the matchup versus Myles Garrett, and he seemed pretty confident in himself and his potential to go up against Myles Garrett and do his thing. And he dropped a perfect quote ahead of this crucial matchup, week one matchup against the Browns. This is the quote according to Patrick Walker, voice of the star, the man, the myth, the legend. He was asked, Guyton was asked about facing Garrett, and Guyton said, it's more football, always excited about football, same as every game, prepare the right way. He was asked, do you get nervous? I don't, was the response. Ever. Never been a nervous guy. Why not? One word from Tyler Guyton, preparation. I think that's a perfect quote because, one, Guyton is not only being confident, he is backing this up. He's not being smug. He's not being arrogant. We have seen that Guyton is preparing. We have seen Guyton exceed our expectations already because of his hard work, his preparation. So number one, I'm just excited about this matchup, so I wanted to talk about it. What has Guyton done very well so far? Obviously, he's very athletic. So if you're talking about Myles Garrett just being uber talented and being someone that, you got to have the physical tools to go up against him, I think Guyton has that. I think the real magic of this matchup will be just the experience of Myles Garrett and the fact that he has such a wide array of weapons that he can choose and pass rush moves to go up against the rookie who is still working on his hand placement, still working on his accuracy, and being consistent with it? Can he lay out some traps to catch the rookie off guard and maybe have some big moments in this game? I would expect him to. I would expect Myles Garrett to have at least one sack in this game. Now, he can move around, he can do all that, but I would say, hey, the Browns will get into this game and they will be like, what is the biggest weakness, pass pro-wise, in that offensive line? And I would think it is Guyton. There's a possibility that by the end of the season, the correct answer might be Terrence Steele if he doesn't improve upon being healthier and healthier. But I would guess it's the first-round rookie who we all thought had some flaws in his technique when he was coming out of college. I think that's where the real magic will be. I think Guyton has the athleticism and has the lateral mobility to really go up against the athletic freak that Myles Garrett is. But it will come in the nuance of the game. The moments will come, I think, when Garrett will just out-experience Tyler Guyton, and that's totally fair. We should be fair with Guyton and be like, that's okay if you're going up against Myles Garrett. But as long as he can hold on with the athleticism, with all of that, and with the improved technique that we're seeing from him, as long as he doesn't break the game, things will be okay, I believe, for the Cowboys rookie and really for the Cowboys offense, who's going up against one of the top defenses in the NFL, and we'll talk about more matchups tomorrow night here on the show, but this is one of the big ones. Before we get out of here, though, I did want to say, I've heard, and even I did it when the predictions for after the schedule was released, a lot of people think that because of the Guyton versus Myles Garrett matchup, things will be ugly for the Cowboys, and many people are using that specific battle to predict the Cowboys to lose their season opener. However, the first injury reports came out, and the Browns are going through some tackle trouble themselves. They've got left tackle Jet Wills Jr., who will probably not be starting this game because he practiced today, but it's the first practice of the year for him. So best case scenario, he is able to pile up 3 days worth of practice. And he has to go against Lawrence and Micah Parsons. That's not a fun matchup to talk about either. I don't think he plays, actually. I don't think Wills plays this game. So what the Browns will have to do is they will have to decide between swing tackle James Hudson, or they could do DeJuan Jones, the young player on the rise, former Ohio State player. Ohio State? Is DeJuan Jones from Ohio? Kind of got confused. Maybe he's from Oklahoma, actually. Let me make sure very quickly because I don't want to mess this one up. Man. And of course, I get the Wikipedia page that is just completely empty. Yeah, no, Ohio State. Sorry about that brain fart. Potentially thought that, hey, he might be from Oklahoma. But yeah, Ohio State. Or they could move Jack Conklin, their right tackle, to left tackle, him, DeJuan Jones, start at right tackle. There's a lot of moving pieces for the Browns offensive line is what I'm trying to say. And they got to handle Micah Parsons, who today described himself as an assassin. He said there's a hitman, there's a killer, there's a hitman, and there's an assassin. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but he essentially thought the killer is sloppy, the hitman might be a little bit better, but everyone knows who did it. The assassin is in and out of there. No one notices him. He just gets the kill and gets the job done. That's Micah's mentality. It's a funny quote, I think, more than a scary one or anything like that. I found it a little bit funny. However, it does fit with what is going on with the Cowboys defense now, where Mike Zimmer is hiding what he's doing with Micah and moving him around. So, if that is the case, though, and the Browns go out there with a swing tackle starting on the left side, give me Micah on that side of the ball pretty much every single time. I'm happy to see the mismatch without the cute stuff. You don't have to be cute when there's a mismatch like that, I would like to say. But that is a matchup that I think is getting overshadowed by the whole Tyler Guyton versus Myles Garrett thing. The Browns have a significant disadvantage in the trenches as well, and that will go a long way in my prediction for this ball game when it is all said and done tomorrow night when we talk about this on primetime. 8 p.m. Central, the start time of this show, usually on Thursday. However, the Ravens and the Chiefs will be playing a game, so we will likely be seeing each other around halftime. Because I know you will be watching the NFL kickoff, as will I. But in the meantime, though, hit the like button for me if you enjoyed today's show, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about the Cowboys going up against the Browns. We'll talk about some key matchups. We'll predict the game, and we'll do so much more. Hit the like button. Bye-bye.